Welcome to Motivational Moments. I'm Coach Rosa Smith-Montanaro, your training and workshop specialist coordinator with RochesterWorks. It's exciting to visit with you this week because we're going to talk about social wellness. Every week we get together and we talk about various topics that helps keep you motivated, keep you moving forward. This theme that we've been doing is on social wellness. And today I want to talk about building a community of choice. You know, social wellness is about interacting with other people. And if you're like me, some people in your life aren't always the healthiest for you, right? They don't understand maybe what you're trying to do. They don't relate to what you're talking about. And we then kind of withdraw. And so what I developed a long time ago in my private practice was a community of choice. And I created my own community of choice, and I taught my clients to do the same thing. I wrote about it in my book. A community of choice is a community of people that you choose to be around. And I'm going to give you some tips on this. You know, we have a family, can't pick your family, but you can pick your community. So the first thing I'm going to tell you to do when you're creating a community of choice is you have to be honest. You have to take an honest look at yourself, and you have to look honestly at the people that your inner circle of your friends and your family, right? Because we want people to be who we want them to be. And when we take an honest look, then it helps us to use a little more discernment, right? During transition, if you're starting a business, changing a job, embarking on your career path, we're talking to our inner circle, right? Our sisters, brothers, friends, family, parents, mates. And they may not relate. They may say, well, why do you need to do that? Why do you want to do this? That's never going to work. And then we get discouraged. When we take an honest look at ourselves, when we take an honest look at the people around us, we can then start to say, let's be honest. You know, this person is a wonderful person. I love them. I'm not cutting them out of my life. But I have to, look at where are they in relationship to these goals? Are they the kind of, do they have the perspective of, hey, what you do for you is cool. I'm not really overly involved in that. I don't have a strong opinion on it. Those are the more neutral people, right? They're neutral. Maybe that neutral person is very passionate about recycling and sustainability, and you can have great conversations around that, and they're going to be very supportive and encouraging and honest. But then when it comes to your work, they're kind of lukewarm neutral. They don't have a strong opinion. Well, that's honesty, right? We know who they are. We let them be who they are. And we really have to accept people for who they are. And we want people to be everything to us. We want everyone to be everything when we need it. But that's not realistic. It's not realistic at all. We have to be honest with that. I know I'm good with people when they need something motivating. I'm an upbeat, positive person who reads personal development books for fun. I listen to personal development material because I love it. It makes me happy, right? So if you want someone to help you figure out how to get in a better frame of mind, shift that mindset, I'm your girl, right? I'm the one to come to. But if you want me to give you advice about your finances, whether or not you should move your 401k, I'm neutral on that. I might even be a little naysayer once in a while and say, I don't know, I don't trust the market when it comes to this particular thing, or I don't know enough about it. You see, the thing we have to look at with our circle of friends and family is that they are true to their own personality, as they should be. In some areas, they're going to be your biggest cheerleader, and they're going to be honest with you in a loving way. In some areas in life, they're neutral. They don't have an opinion. In other areas, they might be kind of negative and poo-poo it, naysay it. And when we take an honest look, we say, okay, if I need support right now with this transition in my career, who's going to be my cheerleader? Who is also more apt to be a little more jaded on it? Maybe they hate their job. They believe that jobs are something you have to do, and they don't really believe you can love what you do. When you don't talk to that particular person about your career, you probably don't even talk to them about your business. You talk to them about something that they are more upbeat about, right? We let people be who they are. We expect them to be who they are. We're grateful to them to be who they are. And we understand that about ourselves. Embrace who you are, accept who you are, appreciate who you are, and understand that's true about other people. So what I want you to think about, what I basically said, is you're looking at your circle of influence, your circle of friends and family, and yourself. You say, who are my truth tellers, my cheerleaders, who's a naysayer and kind of a negative, maybe person around certain topics, what topics, and who is kind of lukewarm, neutral. And in specifically one area of your life. If you think in general, it's usually not all across the board. Somebody could be your biggest cheerleader in relationships, and they could be, lukewarm when it comes to, what you eat. And you want maybe to lose weight and you want to eat healthy. So now you're like, who are my cheerleaders? Who's going to make eating a salad sound like fun? So we're being honest with ourselves, and you have to know yourself. This is how I tend to be. So I'm going to know myself. And once we've identified that, we're going to be honest about, let's look for things to appreciate about those people. Let's accept who they are and expect them to be who they are. And deliberately create a community of choice that supports our goals. And that doesn't mean we eliminate people. It means we know if someone's discouraging, negative, maybe even toxic at times, then we keep our distance and don't talk about certain things. There's a slew of people I don't talk about a pandemic with, and I don't talk about politics with, because they're going to have a heavily strong opinion, and it's more or less going to be negative. It's hard to get a positive conversation going around those two topics. So I stick to conversations where I know they're going to be more upbeat, positive, go with the flow, right? That is how you have a nice community of choice. It's deliberate, it's intentional. I hope you consider me part of your community of choice. I hope you consider the staff at RochesterWorks part of your community of choice. We are here for you. You do not have to do this alone. Join us in our workshops. Come visit us. We are still teaching workshops. We have so many wonderful programs for you, and we're happy to be part of your community of choice. I'd love to hear from you. Drop me a comment. If you're watching us on YouTube, subscribe, like us, give us a thumbs up, and let me know what you think. Let us know what you think of this topic. This topic alone can be life-changing. It really can, because you are responsible for creating your community of choice. If you don't have enough people in it that really are supporting you, now is your opportunity to build that part, strengthen that muscle. Relationships develop over time, and they are just so extremely valuable to you, to your mind, to your body, to your soul. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you in some of our workshops and on more of these. Take care.